What's up, everyone? My name is Pi with srlounge.com. You guys can find me on srlounge.com, also on Facebook /SLR Lounge. Now, in this video, we're going to be doing a new review of the GL-1. For those of you that have been following SR Lounge, you know that we have reviewed the GL-1 in the past, so why are we doing it again? Well, first, we have a new review system. The old review system was basically where we gave a product an overall score, and that was really it. But the problem with that is that a product has so many different features and components to talk about. Giving it an overall score really is kind of rather difficult. It also really isn't helpful to the consumer. So what we've done is we've divided now the overall score into 5 different subsections. It's going to be talking about overall performance, the product's features, the overall product's design and quality, as well as the overall value of the product. Now, these 5 components will contribute to that overall and final score. And each of these areas we're going to be giving it 1 to 5 stars, and the overall score is going to be basically an average of those areas. So we wanted to re-review the GL-1, and also because we are doing an Ice-Lite review as well as a GL-1 versus an Ice-Lite comparison, we wanted to be able to compare apples to apples. So let's go ahead and cut the mumbo jumbo and let's get started. Now, first I want to talk about the light and the product, and then I'm going to show you exactly why we dig this product so much. We're going to talk through a couple of the images that we've used to the GL-1 to create those images. Was that redundant? I don't know. But let's talk about the GL-1. So the GL-1, how does it work? Well, this is an LED light. We have our battery at the bottom, we have our head at the top, and overall, as far as performance and features, we gave it 5 out of 5 stars for both of those sections. When it comes to performance or the overall quality of the light that's coming out of this device, it is absolutely, I shouldn't say device, it's a light. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and what we have on the top is a Fresnel lens, and the quality of light and the dispersion that you get from it is absolutely incredible. It's wonderful. In addition, from a feature standpoint, we have several different controls, okay? So we have that, by the way, as far as performance goes, the only real category we have there is the quality of the light, so 5 out of 5 stars there. Now, why do we give it 5 out of 5 stars for the overall features? Well, I'm gonna try not to shine this in your face too much. Because we have quite a bit of control on this light. Unlike any other light that's really available on the market that's this portable, we have zoom functionality. We have a great battery life. I think it lasts somewhere around like 40 minutes or so. We actually haven't had an issue with it. We charge it between each shoot, and I've never had it run out during a shoot, so it's been fantastic there. We have 2 methods of control. So we have the analog control right here via the gun, this little, or trigger, not gun. It is a gun light, kind of. And then we also have a constant control on the backside. So if you press the trigger all the way in, you'll hear it pop, and then the light stays on. Now in this mode, it's in constant mode, and we adjust the power from the backside when it's in this constant mode. Now let me show you the overall power output. Again, from a feature standpoint, this is absolutely fantastic because the power that we get from this light is really unlike anything you've seen in terms of an LED. We also have so much control over the throw and of where we're placing the light. Again, another one of these features that makes it absolutely wonderful because we can throw light 30, 50, 60, 70 feet, and if it's dark, you can throw it for 200 feet, and it's gonna actually make a difference in your photo. So, features and performance, 5 out of 5 stars on each area. Now, let's talk about the overall design. This is one of those areas where we kind of dinged Lowell a little bit, okay? We gave him 2 out of 5 stars, and we have been notified. We got in touch with Lowell, we told him about the review, and we said, what are these areas do you guys actually want to mention? Like, what are you working on? And they said basically all the areas that we mentioned, all the issues that we have, they are currently working on, and they'll have a new version soon. But one of the things that we noticed with the design is that it's a little bit inelegant, okay? So we have the battery grip, and the grip is fine. It's not that great to the touch, but the main thing is that this trigger right here, the back control, well, first of all, they're yellow, which I don't know why they made them yellow. It feels like kind of like a construction tool rather than a high-end photography light. I want it to be black or gunmetal or something like that. I don't know. But it's a little bit cheap feeling and a little bit cheap looking as well. Also, the overall design and shape. I know why they did this. I mean, we have this beautiful head on top. We have a fan inside of here, which is really quiet, by the way. We also have the battery down here, which allows us to swap in and out the battery. Kind of has this drill shape and so forth. And the actual prototype was a drill, essentially, that was modified. I understand because from a functionality standpoint, it works very, very well. It's just not that elegant of a design. It takes up quite a bit of space in my Pelican, and we have a separate bag we actually use to carry it around as well. So from that standpoint, it's a little bit not so functional. But still, that's just really the design aspect, and it really doesn't affect the overall performance and features of the light. Where we're a little bit disappointed is the overall quality. Now, Lowell has again addressed this. From a quality standpoint, we've had several issues. Number one, the battery tends to fall out, and that's why I have this piece of blue masking tape across the front. The battery compartment is kind of loose, and they're actually working on a new version that will lock in place. And for those that are having battery compartment issues, Lowell takes care of basically replacing and doing everything. So just get in touch with them if you do have issues with yours. But the battery comes out like this, and because the battery doesn't sit quite so snug, we sometimes do have issues with this backside charger here. It comes with two chargers, one that goes to the back of the GL1 and one that goes directly into the battery. So we typically just use the one that goes directly in the battery as opposed to the backside one. Also, from a quality standpoint, we have had one of the screws inside the lens fall out as well. It didn't really cause any problems as far as the function goes. It just kind of dinged around in there while we moved it around and so forth. But still, from a product that is this price, you'd expect a little bit better in terms of overall quality. You'd expect it to last a very long time. Now, the whole reason we gave it basically, I think we gave the quality 2 stars out of 5 temporarily is, well, we would have given it 1 star if it weren't for the fact that Lowell stands behind their product. Lowell's a great company to deal with. We have several of these units, and every time we've had an issue, they've taken care of all of them. So from any screw or any battery issue, they take care of everything. And that's the one reason why we really feel much more comfortable recommending it, because if they didn't do those things, if they didn't stand behind the product and its flaws, then you'd have a $700 light that probably stopped working after so long, or $600-700. That being said, though, they are working on addressing that. They're also working on the charger issue, the battery compartment issue, the lens issue, everything. So the next production versions are going to be quite awesome. And for those that have this current version, well, they're going to hook you up. They'll fix it. If you're having continuous issues, they'll swap it out. They'll take care of you guys. So next we have the overall value. Now, again, we gave value 4 out of 5 stars. The reason why it didn't get 5 out of 5 stars is because of the quality issues that we mentioned. The reason why it didn't get 1 out of 5 stars is because Lowell stands behind the product and they support it. If they didn't, we would have given it 1 out of 5 stars because it wouldn't have been a long-lasting product. But as is, they stand behind it. It will last you a long time. They might need to be fixed and repaired occasionally, but it'll be fine. They're with you there. Why do we give it 4 out of 5 stars though? Because it is priced at $600 with the rebate. Why would we, it is rather expensive. Well, here's the whole reason. When you're comparing a product like this, you need to compare it against other products that are in the same field, okay? So they can do the same thing. This product allows us to create images that really no other products allow us to do. We can't get the same images with an LED panel. We don't have the same light output, the controls, so forth. With zoomable lights that have Fresnel lenses. What are they? Fresnel lenses. They have Fresnel lenses. They also have Fresnel. I don't know. Anyway, these crazy lights that allow you to have zoom functionality, they're also very expensive, and generally they require you to be plugged in. They're not portable. And also they cost actually more money than the GL1. So from what it does, and for the portability, and for the images that you can create, that's why overall it is a great value. Yes, it is designed for professionals. It is priced for professionals, but it is a fantastic product. Let's talk about the actual images. Let's go through a few of the images that we've recently created with the GL1. I want to start here first with our equestrian fashion shoot. This was a fun concept shoot that we did this past year. I think it was about 6 months ago. But we used the GL1 as our kicker. So you can actually see it in the background as it lights up the side of the horse right here, the kind of the back of the horse's neck. We get a little bit on Yvette and on the kind of hair. Well, Yvette is our model. And it creates a really nice look to the image that would have been quite flat without. Again, that zoom control in the power is awesome in this kind of situation. It's very bright outside. We're standing in the shade, but it is full daylight, and we can still visibly see the effect that the light has on the image. So it's great there. Now, going on to the next one. Again, this talks about the overall control. For this engagement photo, I placed the couple on this rock. I have my assistant actually to camera left over here on the left side. And then we're shining the light zoomed in very tight. And what I'm able to do is, because this is a tungsten light, I balance my camera to tungsten white balance, and it sends everything in the background to a deep blue. We get this beautiful effect, and with a shutter drag of 1 second, I shot several of these shots and then basically picked the sharpest one and the one that had the best water motion and so forth, which was this shot. Again, with a standard LED or panel, you wouldn't be able to get that kind of control. Going on, we have a detail shot. I'm actually going to show you this in just one moment. Let's go into this image. This was a shot that we took this last week, and this is actually the original shot. This is the after shot. We actually use smoke from our upcoming smoke resource product pack that we'll be releasing shortly, and we're going to show you how to create this effect and how to do everything in that video as well. But here's the original shot. Now the GL-1, we actually used it in conjunction with two other lights. We're using the ice light along the legs with a tungsten filter. We're using the GL-1, which is tungsten, and we'll have these little camping lights. I'm going to show you those in another small video later on. But those are creating the blue kicker on the left side, which really creates a nice bit of contrast in color in the image. It brings a lot of focus to the legs and kind of this nice little highlight along the side of our face. Now the final image, we add in our final smoke and kind of background fog effects and so forth to create this beautiful kind of environmental shot. And the great thing about the GL-1 is, again, it allows to control exactly where the light's falling. I wanted only to hit her face and a little bit of her chest to kind of feature that area where the ice light really wasn't able to cover. I still like the ice light and I use it. We're going to talk about that when we do the ice light review and the ice light versus GL-1 comparison. But for this, I need a little bit more control. I needed to go exactly where I wanted, and it was great for that. This is one of those situations, though, that if you had an LED light, you'd be able to do something more similar. You might need to flag it off because you don't have the kind of zoom functionality that allows you to control the areas, but you still be able to do something similar. Now let's talk about where the GL-1 excels. Now, if you look at this final shot right here, what we're doing with the GL-1 is we're actually using to pin light all of these different centerpieces. So from here, the centerpiece that's right in the front in the foreground, to the left side, to the candelabras in the back, to that centerpiece in the back. Now the cool thing about this shot, well, number one is that really if we didn't have the GL-1, this wouldn't be possible because we're standing in one point far to the left of the room and we're zooming this in all the way and we're painting across these different areas on a long shutter exposure. But what we actually did here was we only had 3 tables, and this was what the room looked like just plain. You can see once it's pin lit how much additional dimension we get in this shot. Now because we only had 3 tables, what I ended up doing was basically taking this table, moving it, we took centerpieces, moved them around, I had the camera on a tripod, and we did a composite. We're going to be showing you that composite later on. We'll do a full tutorial on it and so forth to get that final image where it looks like the entire room is full, it looks like we have multiple different types of centerpieces and so forth. But if we didn't have this light, we'd end up again with this flat look. Again, with something like the ice light or with a LED panel, we can't get to the objects that we need to light. We need that zoom functionality to be able to get in close to those objects without actually stepping in close because we'd be in frame otherwise. So for these reasons, the GL-1 is an absolutely fantastic light, and overall, we're giving it currently a score out of 5. It's getting a 3.6. When the new version comes out with all these issues addressed, we're probably going to give it around 4 to 5 stars because it's a fantastic light. As far as the conclusion, if you are a professional, if you are creating professional images, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't have the GL-1 in your toolkit. We've used it for so many different things, from portraiture to details to venue to real estate to light painting and so forth. It simply allows you to do things that no other light allows you to do, and for that reason it should be in your toolkit. And also because Lowell is going to stand behind, if there are any issues that you have with it, they will address it and fix it, no problem. So we have no problem recommending it. You should absolutely have it if you're a professional. So that's it for our review of the GL-1. Again, if you want to support SR Lounge, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos so that they show up to other people, and check out what we have to offer on srlounge.com. Also, if you're on SR Lounge and you want to buy any of these products, help us out by clicking through the links on SR Lounge. We don't do any form of bias reviews. All of our reviews are 100% honest, but we do have affiliate programs with major retailers that allow us to get a very small percentage of any purchases made through SR Lounge. So you guys can help us and support us by doing that. My name is Pi, and I'll see you all in the next video.